Hello, I'm Chris, this is Gross Models, and this is day number 12 for 30 Days Lost in Space. We're closing in on halfway. Now, this is the circuit that we built yesterday. I've turned around the keypad as I did yesterday, so it's now this way around rather than trying to play with it that way around, because it makes more sense to me to do that. I'm thinking I can leave that like that for today's ongoing project, so if it looks different and you're following along, that's why. We've got some new components, well, a new component to play around with today, breadboard and some wires. Alex will tell us what we're going to be doing.
Incoming transmission from Inventor Corp. This is Alex. We're going to continue development today of your security system. We've been doing the last couple of days, and today we're going to be talking and using one of these. This here is a buzzer, but not just any buzzer. It happens to be a passive buzzer, which is, yes, different from an active buzzer in the sense that you can make a wide range of tones with one of these instead of just having it make a tone or not. And what we're going to be doing with this is we're going to be adding it on to what you've built yesterday with the keypad that you have here, the 4x4 digit array of buttons. And we're going to make it so that it's it maybe acts for today sort of like a piano, except not as audibly accurate as a piano.
So the circuit's easy enough. As you say, you've only got 3 pins on here. We're only using 2 of them, the ground and the signal. So I'm going to pop that down on the end of the board there. So we've got that where I need it. The signal we're going to be taking from there. The ground, just for neatness sake, we're going to take from there down to the ground wire. And then from the ground wire, we're going to take that off to the board. The pins on the board we're using, I'm going to use the next one along, 10, and I'll be using the one that says ground on it there. Right, that's that. Now, time for coding. And time for me to try and remember and figure out what each bit of the code does. The big change, I say not from last time, we're still using the keypad.h. We've put in the new thing, the buzzer, which is actually not on 11. I'll put it on 10. So I need to make sure that's correct. This is the same. This is the same. This is a new one. This is a new section, again, to do with the keypad. What we're doing, as we're going to be making notes come out rather than numbers come up on the screen, we need tones rather than buttons. So we're calling it tones. It's still set up the same way. So we've got the 4 rows of 4 columns with different numbers in it. Basically, the lower the tone number, the lower the pitch of the note. It goes apparently from 31 to about 5,000. I assume that's to do with range of hearing. Anything lower than 31 you're not actually going to hear, or maybe even won't be enough to power the circuitry of the speaker. So that's that. This is the original layout numbers, so I would change those around, but I'm not going to do that because there is a problem. It doesn't work properly. That's enough of a problem. I'll show you why it doesn't work properly in a moment, but let's continue on with the rest of it. As it says, we're using the keypad H library, find the custom keypad. We need to tell it what it is for 4x4 and the pins 2 through 9, which is what we've done there, and yeah, the other bit there. So we're setting up the keypad, custom keypad, is make key map tones this time. That's the only thing that we've changed. So we're not grabbing from the buttons section anymore. We're grabbing from the tones section. So in theory, we're going to push a button. Let's see, we're serial monitoring. Right, there we go. If you press a key, we're going to get the key. That's what we did last time, but now we're doing something a little bit different. We've taken out the serial print line, although I'm going to put that back in for the sake of debugging it and showing you what's going wrong. And then we're using the new command tone, which is sending to the buzzer the custom key that we've just set up, which is what we get from the custom keypad, and then a delay of we're playing that for 500, half a second. So tone is a new sort of call. So you need to know where you're sending it, what you're sending, and how long you're sending it for. Basically the way that the tone section works. Then we're waiting for 500, and then we're sending no tone to the buzzer, which is basically turning it off. So I believe that these the tone and the delay section sort of overlap. So it's sending it for 500 and then immediately waiting for 500 and then turning it off. It's not a case of sending it for 500 and then going to the next line, delay 500. It sort of overlaps. So if we put this to 400, then there'd still be a 100 delay before it turns it off. I think. Yes. Right, let me I'll run that program and then we'll show you what doesn't happen. I don't want to save it, so we'll put it there. Right, so it's compiling and uploading, and eventually it does eventually get to the board. I wonder why that's taking its time uploading. Let me double check that it's connected and knows it's connected. I've got the serial monitor open, so it should be, but let's double check. I've got to remember how to do that now, because I didn't have to do that before. COM5, it is COM5. Let's switch it to COM3. It's saying the port's busy. Let's try sending it there anyway, just in case. It's switched ports. That's interesting. Little light started flashing that time. Right, so we've uploaded that now to the correct thing. Let me open up the serial monitor now, and if I push the button and you listen very carefully, you won't hear anything because it's not returning the numbers, as you can see there, that it says it should be returning. Some of them are, but most of them aren't. I'm just randomly pushing buttons on there now, but now this is a problem that people have found in the comments section of the site, and I don't know what's what. It's beyond me as to why it's doing it. People are saying that basically the get key function is expecting to return a different type of value than the one that we can use to convert to use these. I don't understand how or why, but that's what is happening. Now, people have put up some correction code in the comments, and I did manage to get one of them working. So what I shall do is open up the one that works, that looks like this. Doesn't look like that. And if you close that one down, then it should come through to this one. Right. So what they've actually done is program an entire section that uses things that I'm not entirely certain about, but I'll try and figure out what's happening. Right, we've still got the character buttons, but we don't need to use those. We've still got the character tones, but he's changed those to actually be values. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. So this is, I've corrected this to make it the right way around for me. This is the same. This is the same. And this is all completely different. We're still getting the custom key from the keypad get key. So you're detecting a key being pressed. So again, if the key is pressed, we're going to print the custom key, and then we're going to use a new thing called switch. I don't know what it is or why it is. I'm hoping I'll find out by the end of the course. What it seems to do is use these case sections. Let me actually, there I think is where it needs to go. So what we've got is a case for each number. When it comes back with the number, Yes, because this is coming back with character, not integer again. So when it comes back with whatever we put in there, I assume we could have left it on the buttons, but it might have got confused with special symbols. I don't know. So we're saying get the number and find out what it is. And if case 1, if it's 1, set the frequency to 31. Break seems to be a sort of finish that section. That's why I put the little line breaks in there now. Case 2, set it to 93, 3, 147, all the way down, get number and bigger and bigger and bigger. These seem to be the same numbers as were put in the frequency chart. So again, if it's G, go to 4,978. And then there's a default one at the bottom, which is setting it to 31. I don't know why 31. I would have thought 0, but I've just copied exactly what he's done. And then we're sending the tone to the buzzer. We're sending the frequency that we've just set for 1 second. Then we're waiting 1 second, and then we're sending the no tone to the buzzer. So if I upload that, uploading. You know what? This is on the wrong thing as well. This is forgotten. Yeah, that's still on 5, whereas it should be 3 for some reason. I don't know why. So let's send that. Oh, I think I pressed it too many times. Nope, problem uploading to board. Right, let me figure out why that's doing that and come back and show you what happens. Okay, I've got no idea what went wrong there. I rebooted the computer, unplugged everything, sorted it all out, and it's working again now, and it is still on COM 5 as it should have been. I can only assume some sort of glitch crept into the computer while I was plugging things in. But this is the circuit we've got, this is the buttons we've got. That was the new code that we've got that someone has written, which works. Let me... if I can wave this towards the microphone, you'll be able to hear it a little bit better. I'll try. This is the keypad that I'm still pressing. So if I press the first one, it goes. Some of them don't come out very well. Some of them come out very well. So yes, I think in tweaking some of the numbers for the sounds would make it clearer and better. But I'm still not entirely certain how he's done it or why he's done it, or well, I know why he's done it because it didn't work with the given code. But I think it's something to do with the way the library is reporting the information back. I understand how it should work in relation to the actual lesson, but it's just unfortunate that obviously something's happened with the library in between times. I have updated the library since I had trouble, and it's doing exactly the same thing. So, you know. So that was day 12. Can you hear us? I nipped ahead. I had a look at day 13. And as you can see in the corner there, the circuit is exactly the same. So I'll be leaving that together and say preparing for day 13 as we go on. I don't know exactly why. I haven't looked any further into the code or anything to see what we're going to be doing, but it says it's called Hero Security 101. Perhaps Alex will let us know a little bit more about what to expect tomorrow. But that's it for me for today. It's been a bit up and down trying to figure out how things are working, but it's getting there, and I'm still learning. That's the important thing, as long as you keep learning things. So thank you for watching. I'll leave Alex to sign us out, and we'll finish up, and I'll see you tomorrow for more. Bye-bye.
And whatnot. Tomorrow, we get to look into setting up the security system and getting that working with the new tone buzzer. So we'll go through some functionality there. But also, I have word that there might be a ship heading overhead soon. So I'm not sure what that will entail, but be on the lookout for potentially something from them. But until then, this has been Alex, and I'm out. See you later.